It really is. Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah, once I got past kind of the tech stuff and thinking like, oh, can I do this? It's like now that I've done it a few times, it's like, yeah, I got this. I got this. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. It's exciting even.
Yeah.
Uh, Alrighty. Perfect. We are live on Facebook. Good morning, Facebook world. Good morning, Creatorsphere Inner Circle. And good morning, everybody. I am very excited to be here this morning. It's been a really neat, I want to say almost profound kind of energy that's been coming in this weekend and into this week because we have all these planets sort of in retrograde again, and everybody kind of worries about retrograde. But the truth about having planets in retrograde is that it slows things down enough for us to be able to hop on the train to really do some deep inner work, some feeling to heal, some reflection, really sort of brings us into certain spaces. And it's kind of neat because Chiron, one of the planets of, they call it the wounded healer, it is ensuring that we are staying on track to really bring our best selves forward, to really eliminate these these past patterns, these things that have been holding us back. And I think that it's kind of fitting in that in the next few weeks, or even only a couple of weeks now, since we're already on the 24th of July, um, that our our fields, our energy, our bodies, our minds, our self-responsibility, everything is kind of going to be in line for this big portal coming up in the on August 8th, the 8/8 portal. So it kind of allows us to reflect a little bit and go back. But this isn't always a bad thing. This is actually, I find, necessary. It's kind of a necessary thing to make sure that we are moving forward in the way that we want, that we're not going to let those old patterns and those old past beliefs get in our way anymore. And so there's some pretty big and profound shifts going on for people. And of course, I'm seeing patterns just in the way things have been going. So this weekend was kind of like we felt almost like excited and melancholy almost at the same time. It was like we're excited, but we're kind of um, not sure why. We have this sort of energy kind of coming forward. And that I think had a lot to do with Venus starting its really impactful retrograde over this next 18 months. And that is so big for love and relationships. And one of the things we know is that when it comes to relationship, when it comes to, allowing ourselves to love and be loved, there can be some things that are still holding us back in a certain way. So this exciting time brings us back to about 18 months ago. So if you were to look at say December 2021 to January 2022, it gives us a chance to kind of reflect back to that time. We had some self-worth lessons go on. Now it's entering Leo, so it's like this nice another relationship intensified kind of sign. Um, this focus on relationships, and the biggest relationship that it allows us to focus on is that one that we have with ourselves. This is a really important relationship, and probably the most important relationship, so that we can invite those next relationships into our life that truly have been manifesting for some time. So it's almost about eliminating that list of things that we always wanted in someone else, and really kind of focusing on our own self responsibility, on um, how we react to others, how our own self love has kind of increased over this last sort of prominent time. So how are you with yourself? Are you, you can probably see a big difference, a lot of work that has been done. And now some of the things from the outside will show us truly how far we've come. One of the things that I found really interesting on Sunday, And I know um, emotions were a little bit high yesterday, and I could tell that just because I was watching a show and all of a sudden I was in tears, and I was like, whoa, that was. And we were at a couple of weddings this weekend, catering and DJing, and I know if I'm crying during the speeches that it's a highly emotional planetary time. And sure enough, the I'm okay if the bride cries, but if the groom cries and they're talking about the people that were supposed to be at the wedding, and it seems like a lot of, actually, I would say literally, which is so sad, uh, every weekend that we've been at an event, it's someone major has passed away in these people's lives, and now they're going through this huge event and they should be there. And so um I knew emotions were high when I started crying, because I don't know these people from a hole in the wall yet. It's like, oh, just you'd feel it, whereas other weekends I'm fine. Like it's absolutely fine. So um one of the things that happened yesterday was this energy period, because Venus actually sort of went into retrograde yesterday. This allowed some extra sense, like we would be almost a little bit oversensitive or extra sensitive to what other people are saying and doing. And this is happening for a big reason. This is happening to show us about our self love and to really pull us into creating things we love, doing things we love in our life, not worrying about what people say. Literally detach. Um people are all going through this right now. So a lot of people are kind of attacking other people when they don't know what to do. And so this can pull you up a little bit and to be like, whew, I would never act like that. I would just, we can see how it hurts other people when they just sort of fly off the handle and lose their poop, per se, right? That's not us. It has actually nothing to do with us. And so literally, when what others are saying or doing, this is the time to realize it has nothing to do with you. So detach, just let it go. Just literally let it go. And in letting that go, pick something that you love to do. Act on your talents, act on your skills, act on your desires, the things that you enjoy. If it's playing music for people like I do, if it's making jewelry for people, if it's making a blend, if it's creating an art piece, if it's doing something for someone, this is the time. um, Venus is going to give us about 6 weeks right now of really sort of um, thirsty authenticity type of energy. It's going to really allow us to put relationships, partnerships kind of in the spotlight. So the relationship work that we're doing right now is really important to be able to really move forward into 2023 with a clear soul, with a clear, without all this past stuff that Chiron's going to be showing us. And the Venus retrograde is just so powerful that we really want to make sure that while it's in Leo over the next 6 weeks, that we really, really delve into our relationships and our aspects of us that we need to fine tune, that we need to pull up a little bit. So it's great because it is going to show us. And of course, with that, we're going to be working a lot on self love over the next 6 weeks. We're going to be working a lot on relationship. We're going to be working a lot on embracing who we really are. So it's going to be really exciting. So that was just the weekend. Now, as we kind of come in to this week, Chiron, it's neat because it truly moves into retrograde today, and the power behind that is really neat. It wasn't even discovered. Chiron's an asteroid actually that goes between Saturn and Uranus, I believe. I might be wrong on that. I'll have to look that up for sure. But it's sort of out there in the they call it the 13th constellation. So they map all these constellations and everything. And the sort of really cool thing about Chiron is that because it is the wounded healer, it's going to sort of flush out some of the stuff that needs to be moving, some of those things that don't work for us, some of those things that, when we need that energy, when we need that motivation to make good choices for ourselves. Chiron is sort of really helpful in that. um, they only discovered it in 1977, and it was stargazers that understood what it was doing. It has this like really deep sort of inner reflection type of power to it, and so that's why I often talk about Chiron, and you often hear people mentioning it, just because it sort of lends itself to life's mysteries and helps us solve some of them a little bit. It's amazing for personal transformation. So the fact that it's in retrograde right now, that it's going to join these 5 planetary bodies as well that are all in retrograde. We haven't had this since the end of last year, pretty much, right? Um, it's going to pretty much cause us to go through every single area of our life with this big sweeper, with this big sort of cleanser. Anything that we have needed to come to terms with, that we've needed to discover, it's really going to be shown to us over this next little while. Um, we get to release these things. We get to release these patterns by seeing them, which is the beauty of it. If we don't know that this is happening, none of it, it's all going to happen anyways. But when you have that sort of baseline to kind of go, oh, okay, so that's why it's a little bit more intense right now, and this is actually serving my greater purpose. This is why I'm here. This is showing us anything from the past that really is not going to serve us in the future. We have 5 months now coming forward really to the end of the year to kind of do a bit of a clean sweep. And I always say, with the 8-8 year coming up next year, it's all about the manifestation. This is where the alchemy is happening. This is where it's turning from just in the field to into our realities. And so to have us be prepared for this is kind of the time where we get to do these clean sweeps, so that we don't get something and not be able to hang on to it. We don't get those opportunities and not even see them because we're still dealing with this stuff. So it is really exciting to be able to take this wisdom and really use it, and to know that we're actually really capable of making this progress, to know that this is all just meant to be. And so we're going to do a little lenses type session. I'm going to go for a couple more days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just to kind of give us a little bit more of a, I guess, a more detailed sort of day-to-day kind of thing that's going on with the planets. But we're going to really dial into the 17 seconds that when we quadruple that and go into 68 seconds, it's equivalent to doing, they say, 2,000 hours of really hard manifestation work by just holding on to a thought, one direct, Care Bear stare for 17 seconds. If we can hold that and actually increase it to that 68 seconds, that's when the change starts to happen in the brain. And then we can just literally let it go for the day. And, you don't have to be kind of meditating all day. You don't have to be, but what I'm going to do is encourage us to, in the morning, give ourselves a little bit of a new routine. First thing in the morning, I'm going to make us a challenge in a way, to, when we first wake up, put a big ass smile on your face. To literally wake up and just be training yourself to put a big smile on your face, to really feel that for just those, those few seconds, like, oh, really relish in the fact that we are awake, that we get another day. And even to tell ourselves this day is going to be amazing. Because I think of a lot of people, they get up for work, especially if they're doing something that they don't love. They think that, they're getting up and they're going to a job and they're already tired, and they're, especially, maybe younger parents that haven't had a lot of sleep, or even if you've had, a really busy weekend, you wake up Monday morning and it's kind of like, oh God, I don't even want to go to work. That is how you're starting your day, and that's where your vibration is. And it's so much harder to get to a place on those higher frequency scales when we're starting off like that during the day. So my challenge for everybody is to wake up with a really big smile on your face. And we're going to do a recode, and I'm going to give us a good 10 or 20 affirmations for prosperity, for abundance, and for self-love. And I want you to just listen to them while we're in recode, and maybe start telling yourself one or two of them every day. Maybe you want to even write some of them down. Maybe you want to start putting them into some of your direct thoughts, so that you can, for just 17 to 68 seconds, be starting off your vibration and your day with a smile on your face and feeling these good energy feelings. If you think about it, if we were to put some, like, say that was a medicine, right? If we were to give ourselves that medicine first thing in the morning, those I don't even like the word medicine because it refers to more Western medicine, but like, it's like medicine for your soul, medicine for your cells, it's like the antidote. It's just this beautiful energy. By pouring that into your field upon waking, or as the first moment that you get a chance to actually just kind of sit there with a smile on your face, to make yourself do that is going to create a lot of energy and a lot of motivation to be able to kind of keep your vibration up, so that it, when people are doing their people-y things that are not aware of what's going on, or they're attacking, or they're trying to, put something on you, it's going to be a lot tougher for them to penetrate that bubble, that little happy bubble that you've set up for yourself. And I do almost feel like it's a bubble, as if it's a bit of protection to be able to allow us to get through that. So when we talk about the last few days here, Tuesday, so this is like kind of like leading into 8/8. It's sort of this 2 week portal that we have leading up to 8/8. Not only that, we're going to have a beautiful big super full moon on the 1st of August, so that's going to be exciting. But while we have Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, Venus, and Chiron, all these healing, transformational, past bringing up planets, like they're all just so huge, you might notice some of these hurts and some of these old shames and guilts arising. And the reason that we've been feeling these emotions coming up over the weekend is because this stuff is ready to sort of be purged. And so be gentle with yourself this week. Positive action is always going to counterbalance some of that emotion that we're going to be going through. It takes bravery. It does. It takes bravery to be able to do things differently. And that's why we're being shown this right now, so that we don't repeat these patterns. It's coming up so that we can feel it. We can heal it. We can move through it. We can not repeat it. We can make the change. We can really do this. With Venus in retrograde, that self-love and that self-worth is almost going to get what we would call a cosmic makeover. So our self-worth, our self-love, if you didn't feel like you quite had it, maybe things, you're kind of working towards it, there's a little bit of work to do. This is going to be, the next 2 weeks is going to be the time where we do this work. So it might be a little bit emotional, but that is to be able to allow these emotions to be felt and to ask, what is this? There's a lot of people that have been going through grief and feeling a lot of shame and guilt about things, like things are coming up while they're meditating. I've even had this myself where I'm like, geez, I haven't thought about that for years. Like, where did that even come from? But instead of just kind of sweeping it back under the rug, I'm allowing myself to look at this stuff. I'm allowing myself to see this stuff. I'm allowing the pain to come forward, to be able to be comfortable in having a good cry, to be able to be able to be comfortable in feeling that emotion, to be able to feel comfortable in seeing what it is that I keep getting goosebumps, but I feel cold at the same time. To feel what it is that, is kind of helping us with this long term plan to be able to sort of move through some of this. So when we have Neptune aligning with Pluto, as it's actually happening tomorrow, it's kind of like with Neptune is and Pluto are both in retrograde. So as they're actually aligning, you can really feel yourself move forward on some of these important life issues. You'll end up feeling that in a sort of uncertainty about life, about the future. You'll be kind of like, am I making the right decisions? Am I doing the right things? This is where we get to notice and pull ourselves back up to it. Give ourselves that, that long-term plan, that long-term goal to do our lenses in a sense where we're actually making that long-term plan, but not only that, dialing in every day, just taking some really small action steps to making sure, when there is something that we really want, we want to make sure that we're taking those really small action steps, moving towards that every day. And welcome, Lisa. Nice to have you. I for the last half hour or so, I've just been giving an update on all the planetary alignments and what's to sort of be mindful of this week, and to just know. So I'll probably have to send you the replay for that just so that you catch up on it. But I think the big thing about the energies this week is that we may feel a little bit emotional. So this is to just really allow ourselves to work through that a little bit, to feel some of those things that are coming up with the certain planets that are in alignment right now and in retrograde. It's going to call us forward into becoming this little self-love machine, this sort of energy being brought in so that we can truly allow ourselves to be self-responsible, to be feeling like we have that motivation to make the changes that we've been really ready to make, and to clear out some of that gunk that's been maybe stopping us from doing that. If there's anything that's still kind of been getting in the way, this is all about positive action this week. This is all about calling ourselves up to make these changes, and it's going to be easier than it usually is. So that's why it's so profound and important. Really helping us move through some of these kind of long-term issues. This 8/8 portal that's coming up next month, and even into the 8-year next year, as far as manifestation goes, we need to have our closets cleaned out. We need to have our emotional balance in check, and that means loving ourselves enough to make sure that we are making the choices that are going to bring us forward as much as we can, to really allow yourself to do it. And it's just small things. It doesn't have to be a whole overhaul, but every day we're going to have a little bit more energy and a little bit more flow in really taking care of ourselves and really putting ourselves first, which is something that a lot of us don't do. We don't put ourselves first. We always put others first. And so this is calling us to really make these changes in our lives. Come Wednesday, you may end up having some kind of neat opportunities come up, or some inspiring opportunities. You might be invited out. You might be someone might say, oh, we should do this, or you might even just hear something randomly, and being sort of clear Monday, Tuesday, letting some of that emotion flow, taking note of if and where you're being self-responsible, making good choices for yourself. Wednesday's a master day. It is a 22 day. So we take the 26, the 07, and the 2023, which ends up equaling 22, which also gives us this sort of imbued strength, and it helps us to really build these foundations of stability and self-worth. And so it's going to be a powerful day. And so you might feel a little bit more grounded come Wednesday. There's the full moon coming a week after that. And so it's a really great way to be able to just make sure you are dialing in those things that you are ready to let go of, but your purpose is really going to be shining through. It's really going to be coming through in a lot of different ways. The big thing is about keeping the drama that is going on around us, because of course this is happening for everybody, but a lot of people don't have this baseline and realize that, you know, these emotions are coming up to help us to heal, to move through. And it's literally maybe a day or two of feeling those emotions, and then it's like this light, this beacon kind of comes on, and really allows us to sort of see what's going on around us, but also for you to be able to be that beacon of light for others so that they can actually see their map, and for others to get ahead too by us just making these choices and making these decisions. This is all about creating higher paths, really creating some positive options and opportunities in our life to be able to enhance our self-trust a little bit. We'll be a little bit more compassionate and loving towards people as well as ourselves. We'll have this sort of coherence coming between the head and the heart, this ability to hear it with our heart, to see it with our third eye, to be able to speak the truth that we need to be able to speak. It's going to be a really nice shift come Wednesday, Thursday. There's a lot of intuition, of course, with Venus and Pluto in retrograde there. You get this burst of intuition, this ability to be able to tap into your inner healer, tap into your intuition. So you can play a fun game with intuition and manifestation and the laws of assumption and things, where you actually say you get a text from someone, say you notice someone texts you before you even open it up, before you even see the preview for it or anything. Look at the name and use your intuition. Play a little game with yourself. I bet they're calling to tell me about an opportunity. I bet you this has something to do with my future. Before you even open up that text, you can actually almost control the way things are going. That text itself may not be the opportunity, but you're already setting the vibration and moving the intention towards what it is that you want. And this is kind of how the laws of assumption work, which are really cool. It's a little bit different than the law of attraction. You can actually almost direct things the way you want them to go by playing with this a little bit, or looking at an email before you even, because a lot of times if you think about it, we're like, oh, they just want this. And a lot of times that is something that happens where they're like, yeah, we just want this. And could that be that we're directing it? Well, why not play with that and find out, right? Morning, Nikki, welcome. I'm just finishing up my planetary, I don't know what you'd call it, day by day sort of manifestation instructions, just to be able to allow us to really move through this week intentionally. So definitely check out the replay so that you can get most of the session. We're gonna hop into a little lenses recode right away. Just kind of, yeah, absolutely. Just kind of directing things where we want them to go. I did talk a little bit about the 17 seconds and 68 seconds. So what I want us to do is the challenge that a couple of you might not have heard yet is to wake up and put a smile on our face, to really put a smile on our face, to be able to really set that intention high first thing in the morning. So put a big smile on your face, allow yourself to say a few affirmations, hold this energy for 17 seconds to 68 seconds. If we can hold it for a whole minute, it's beautiful. And that way we can be able to set our intention high, have this frequency on one of the highest frequencies it can be, to just to simply start off our day. That way we won't get knocked off as easy, because Monday and Tuesday could be a little bit tumultuous. But as Wednesday and Thursday start to roll in, it's absolutely beautiful. We're going to start getting this sort of symmetry and poetry type of feeling by the end of the week, where things have been maybe, really baffling us, something that we were kind of stuck on, or something that we weren't sure of. This clarity is going to come through this week, and we'll be able to actually use these forces, these retrogrades, to really help conspire in our favor, to really help us move forward, help us really stick to our higher path and have that energy, actually helping us materialize our intentions, really bring that body, mind, soul path together, so that that energy fabric that we've been weaving can really allow itself to bring in what we've been desiring. So it'll be beautiful. So yeah, rather than diverting attention to the past and anything negative about our capabilities or anything like that, we really get this chance to kind of turn things around and look at the stuff that's been being shown to us in early this week, allowing ourselves to really pay attention to some of those weird random things that are going to be popping into our brain, to allow us to feel like things that you haven't thought about for a long time, some of those things that you packed way down. A lot of that stuff is going to be moving house, per se. It's going to be coming through so that it can be healed. And so really allow that to happen, and really allow yourself to flourish this week. So I was saying that, good, that's awesome. I'm glad that that hits home. Yeah, this whole next probably 5-6 weeks is really going to be about self-love, about self-responsibility, about it being a little bit easier to make some choices that really will propel us forward, that will really be supported cosmically to make these changes, to make these shifts. It's not going to feel like so drudgery. It's going to actually feel like it's a little bit easier to move forward and to be able to really bring in some of these desires. This 8-8 and the 8-year and all these eights are just pulling in all of these actual, bringing it into reality, not so much in the field. With people that listen to Abraham Hicks all the time, they're always like, so how do I get it from the field into the bank account? And this is kind of this next 5-6 weeks is really what this is all about, is actually bringing it from the field, bringing our desires from the field into our reality. So we have lots of cosmic energy supporting us to do that. So yeah, literally, instead of those negative feelings, we'll be able to kind of keep it on a little bit more of a positive spin. So understanding the language of our soul, and really understanding, taking a couple minutes to be able to look at those weird things that are popping up into your field, even if it's other people. It's all this kind of stuff I was talking about that near the beginning. It's not you. So to literally allow us to be able to detach from things a little bit, allowing us to really move forward. So prepare for a big week. It's going to be exciting. So I really encourage you guys to start your day off with a smile on your face. Start your day off, like I'm talking, like the minute your eyes open, put the biggest, cheesiest grin, biggest smile that you can on your face, and just literally, before you've even thought about getting yourself out of bed, just say thank you for, just be grateful for being able to open your eyes and have this amazing day, and say, this is going to be the most amazing day. This is going to be the most wonderful day. I can't wait to see what today brings me. That is so big. It really is so big. It seems so little, but it is so big. So I want you guys to think about this week And knowing all of this stuff now, having all of this stuff dumped into your brain about some of these insights that are going to be happening and some of these strengths that are going to be um, shown to us, and some of these abilities that we have, and some of these this true, true part of our nature, this true authenticity. This stuff is happening so that are we can walk our talk. I love that. Never fully trust that smile. It's so true. It's so true. Um, yeah, like if there's anything about authenticity, if there's anything about, who I really am, it's going to be pulled up this week. And oof, I get goosebumps again. This gives us an opportunity to really dive into being our true authentic self. And the universe will make sure this week that we're doing it, because if we're not, we're going to be shown. And this is the stuff that may be a little emotional this week. It may be a little tumultuous, but we have the choice. We have the choice every day to do it or not. And sometimes we just need that clarity. We need our vibration in the right place so that we can make those choices. Because if we're not making those choices, it does show us that something's off in the vibration. And this is our calibration week. This allows us to actually really see what those things are that we need to pull ourselves up on a little bit. And if we're not, it's going to be shown to us. So, sometimes it's like, why does it have to be like so crazy difficult? Why can't I just make these choices? This is our chance to actually make these choices so it doesn't have to be so incredibly difficult. Like, this is exactly what it's showing us, to be able to actually really truly be our authentic selves. And that means putting yourself first, putting ourselves first. What is it that I need? If I'm feeling off, why is that? Is it sleep? Is it food? Is it water? Is it people? These are big things. Who are we hanging around with, right? Oh, I'm so in love with you guys too. You're so sweet. Yes, we have to be in love with ourselves, right? That was one of the first things I said this morning, is that this is the opportunity for true self-love. Venus is the planet of that, and it's all about relationships. And so, like I said, over the next 6 weeks, we're going to be doing lots of self-love work, lots of relationship work, lots of really good stuff. It's going to be really fun. And it's going to be profound, because we will never be the same. And this is the transformation. This is so we don't have to keep going through this, so that we don't have to keep, sort of repeating. This is a chance for us to really, really move forward and really transform, so that it's by this time next year, we're just going to be in full manifestation mode, and we're not going to know what hit us. It's going to be amazing. So I'd love to just do a little meditation type of affirmation type of recode anything that has come up in the field that is causing any resistance. We will just treat all that and just sort of make this a beautiful way to set you guys off into your Monday, so that you can really embrace some of these beautiful times, and to really enjoy those things that you are doing with such profound ecstasy and glee, to really allow yourself to really allow yourself to enjoy life, because this is what it is, isn't it? Thank you, Nikki. It is, right? Like, when you any of the teachings that we've had, it's all like, you already have it now, right? You already have it now. How can you feel it now? So to not so much have a list of all the things that a person has to be, but to actually really enjoy what is coming with and around that person, to really enjoy the things that you're doing, to really give yourself a little bit of credit for a lot of the work that you have done, not just about changing this or that, but about really really enjoying every moment, really feeling. If you want to have, what do you want in a relationship, right? Like, what is the thing that we would want in a relationship? We would want to feel loved. We would want to feel adored. Are we treating ourselves that way? Are we loving ourselves? Are we adoring ourselves? Are we treating our body like the temple that it is? Or are we treating it like a garbage disposal, someone said last week? Are we treating like this really is going to call us up? This is really our opportunity to truly treat ourselves like we deserve to be treated. Because, right, everyone else isn't going to treat us the way we want all the time, but we can. I love it. What are all the possibilities? I love it. Oh, I just love the word adore. Like it just, adore. It gives me goosebumps too. Like I just adore. But are we adoring ourselves? Are we treating ourselves that way? Am I treating myself like I adore myself, or am I treating myself like like am I, what are my words? What are my feelings? What are my beliefs? This next little while is going to literally flush out all of our beliefs about ourselves, beliefs about other people, and beliefs about the world. And that is not even coming from the magnetic mind thing, but when we know how magnetic mind works, this is where our beliefs are created. So there's going to be some serious flushing happening. So it's time to allow this flushing to happen, because we know the space that it's going to create for for those true manifestations. And it's been interesting over the years because I see it more and more. I'm not just talking about it, like I'm seeing it actually happen in real life. And it was like, I always felt like at the beginning of coaching, it's like, well, how can you teach this stuff if you haven't, like, if you still don't believe in yourself, how can you teach everybody else? It starts to happen. You start to see it. It starts to, so 10 years down the road, I'll be like, yeah, I've been coaching for 10 years. And then like, I can't wait to see, I can finally see that end result of like where things will be at that time, just in where things are already in the amount of time that I've been really, really, really doing this work. So it's this authenticity is going to come in. So I'm going to stop talking. There's so much I always want to say. Let's get into a closed eye process where we really set our intentions. We are going to, we only need 68 seconds really to hold a thought, that Care Bear stare, to create all the poker chips flying into this one area. So I want you guys to think about something that it is that you really want to create in life, something that you really, it could be just self-love. It could just be living a life that you love. It could be, this is where our four choices, core four, come in: living that life that you love, loving the life that you're living, living a life of health and vitality, really having that end result of a healthy and vital life, treating your body like a temple, being that predominant creative force in your life, being able to just, really talk to yourself, settle in with yourself, make those self-responsible choices, make those choices for yourself, put yourself first is what that means, right? Do you really want to do that? Do you really want to create a career or a business, something like that? Do you really want to really be living that end result of your true nature and purpose, being that soul star that you are, being that light, that lighthouse for others, being that soul's purpose? Is that what you'd really like? So think about a true choice, something that resonates with you, something that feels really good. And I want you to just take a couple nice deep breaths. This is why choices are so important. If you can focus on a choice for 68 seconds, that is like doing 2,000 hours of work towards it. 68 seconds vibrationally, energetically, that's all we need. So let's just dive into your choice now. Just dive on in. I want you to just feel it. I want you to feel how good it feels to just be in that choice right now. Whatever that choice is for you, just dive on in. Allow yourself to see, feel, hear, smell, taste. What does it really feel like to live in that end choice with that power, with that self-empowerment, with that dignity, with that self-responsibility, with that feeling that you just got this, with that faith in yourself, with the faith that anything is possible, that everything always just works out for you, being able to actually allow that belief to take hold of every cell of your body. Just really step into that end result. You've already got it. It's already done. It's already happened. We're creating this world. Create that world right now and just breathe into it. Breathe in through your belly. Expand the belly as you breathe in and just amplify that choice just a little bit. And now breathing out. Feel your body just relax as you're breathing out. Feel your shoulders drop and your neck elongate. Imagine just bathing yourself in such beautiful energy. I'm going to just give you guys some affirmations just to really get you in this. Feel as though abundance just naturally comes to you. It just flows. Just say to yourself, abundance just naturally flows. Prosperity just comes to me. And you can notice how you feel about some of these, if there's any resistance towards them, because we're going to get in and tag and treat that, okay? What if you felt like the universe had really decided that you would be prosperous and successful? Tell yourself now, the universe has decided that I will be prosperous, abundant, successful. Just feel that in every cell. Money is attracted to me like a magnet. It just comes. Abundance is just attracted. Money is just flowing like a magnet. It's coming towards me. And now I want you to think, I am capable of coming up with just all sorts of successful money-making ideas. They come so easily, they come so often. I'm able to just come up with successful money-making ideas easily and often. Opportunities are offered to me at every turn that I take. Opportunities are always just waiting to fall into my lap. I feel fulfilled, happy, and content. I just feel so fulfilled. I feel so happy, and I feel so content with my life. I'm letting go of all of the resistance to success and prosperity. Abundance is just coming so naturally. I'm just letting go of any resistance right now to success and prosperity. Abundance is just coming so naturally. We're going to tap into all of the energy centers, so you'll hear me using different I am, I feel, I speak sort of connotations to just tap into all of the energy centers. So I want you to now in your head just listen and repeat to yourself, I am a clear and confident speaker. I can say the words I mean to say. I am clear and get my message across confidently. I speak clearly and with intention. I have skills and talents to really make a difference in this world. I have all of the skills and talents I need to really make a difference in this world. I feel that I deserve the best in life. And others see that too. Others have even told me that I really feel that I deserve the best in life. I'm beautiful inside and out. I'm proud of the way I present myself. I feel confident and people admire me. I look and I feel great today, and I'm just ready to take on this world. I just look and feel great today, and I'm ready to take on this world. I know that I deserve love, and I have it. I understand that I deserve love and that I do have it. I feel vibrant, confident, and open to new opportunities. I am open to receiving wealth, health, happiness, love, and abundance. That's a good one. I am open to receiving wealth, health, happiness, love, and abundance. I feel ready for a life of true abundance and prosperity. And I know that I can build and succeed in this life of prosperity. And if you guys are all okay with me connecting with your field, we're going to ask the superconscious to just see these affirmations, see these choices that we've made, and tag and treat any of the resistance that may be coming up in the field, and just putting it all in a big bubble. And just bringing in all of the parts of us, all of those parts that desire to keep us safe, desire to keep us alive. Bringing all of these parts into the treatment plan today, into this treatment plan of our true choice, helping us to see this vision of where we're going, of what we're creating. Bringing all those parts on board and doing a massive change history, and giving any of those parts what it is that they need to hop on board with this treatment plan today, letting them know that we're ready to be abundant and prosperous and healthy, letting all these parts know that we're ready to share the love that we have, that we're ready to be adored, that we're ready to let our adoration come into our own self and our own self-worth. Bringing all those parts on board. And superconscious, please tag and treat any of that resistance and any of the events that may, or experiences that may have led up to the resistance in these beautiful choices. And just tagging and treating all of those, any events and any timelines, ancient, past, present, parallel, quantum, all of the timelines, tagging and treating all of those events and experiences right now. Allowing ourselves to bring ourselves up, bring ourselves in line, and do a massive change history. And tagging and treating anything in the body systems, any of the cellular DNA, the dense energy in the body, releasing anything in around feet, knees, and legs especially, releasing, clearing, cleansing, transmuting, instilling our own powers of healing the self, sending light energy with our breath down into our legs and feeling that blood pump, feeling the cells in the legs and the feet and the knees all start to vibrate as the energy starts to increase in all of the lower body, the hips, the stomach, the digestive areas, the bones, the ligaments, tagging and treating anything in and around the solar plexus, allowing us to just breathe freely, bringing that oxygen in, tagging and treating all the body systems in and around lymphatic, heart, cardiovascular, the nervous system, treating the bones and the spine, all of the ligaments in the ribs, the shoulders, the arms, the hands, tagging and treating any dense energy all in the body, the neck, the jaw, the face, the skull, the brain, pituitary gland, the pineal gland, treating them all. I'm doing a massive change history on all of the body systems right now, holding on to any of that resistance. Thank you. Tagging and treating any of those old limiting beliefs, just treating all of those, anything in the field, anything of not feeling worthy or capable, that we don't have the skill set, that we're not perfect. We need to be the peacemaker, just allowing all of those old beliefs, those old patterns to finally be tagged and treated in ways that we're ready for, with the assistance of all the planets this week. Tagging and treating all of those limiting beliefs. Let us see what we need to see with the most amount of satisfaction and the least amount of pain, creating the perfect treatment plan in the perfect order, and doing a massive super recode on all of that. Tagging and treating these new affirmations that we've said, and allowing us to really envision this week and the changes that we're ready to make, these things that we've been feeling stuck on, these things that may have been holding us back. Allow us to just see a few action steps right now that we can do this week. Superconscious just help show us some of these really small action steps in taking towards our true end choice, and really feel into this end choice right now as we hold this intention of really living a life that we love, really feeling adored, really treating ourselves like a temple, feeding our soul, our body, our mind, setting our energy up in the mornings. What's another action step that you can do this week to really move yourself towards this end goal, to this end result? Something so small. Doing this every day, taking just a few minutes, taking and treating anything else in the field that needs treating today. Our energy centers, starting with the sacral plexus, where we are, where all of our affirmations came into our body, and allow that energy to move down to the root as we cleanse, clear, and transmute the root chakra, the sacral plexus. Moving up with a beautiful yellow color, inviting our divine spark to come to life, to come to fruition, to really be that lighthouse, that beacon for others, for ourselves, to create the relationship we've never had with ourselves, really allowing this to happen as we move up into the heart, as our heart chakra expands, to our group, to all the other beautiful people that help you set your intention and keep your vibration high. Imagine your heart chakra opening to all the people that can come into your life to just feed your soul's purpose, your true nature and purpose. Allowing your throat chakra to be able to speak the most beautiful, loving, adoring words to yourself, to others, in such a beautiful way, in such a true, authentic way. And allowing your third eye to really see your true nature and purpose, to see how you be that predominant creator, to see things in a new light, like your own lighthouse beacon. As your crown chakra just expands right now, opening up into the universe, into all the constellations, into all the galaxies, embracing the planetary power we have to help us shift and change, creating a massive change history around this change. Treating anything else in the field causing resistance, any of those old identities, shifting into this new metamorphosized identity, this beautiful butterfly, this beautiful eagle soaring above, having no weights holding you down, almost like picturing an air balloon, a hot air balloon, starting to detach itself from the ropes holding it to the ground. And I want you to just imagine one by one sandbags falling off, ropes detaching, as your hot air balloon can rise above and see all the beauty that you encompass and appreciate and truly adore it for who it is, and feel so grateful that you can't help but smile. As you set your intention with your true choice for just 68 more seconds, just to really step into this true choice, step into how you want to feel, what you're wanting to create. What is it that you just want because you love it? Feeling love, feeling self-love, feeling that adoration for yourself, for others, feeling happy, feeling blissful, feeling like you're floating. And just imagine yourself floating above as you can see everything so clearly. Ask for those action steps from Superconscious and have conversations with Superconscious regularly. Ask what you're being shown, why you're being shown it. You have this ultimate best friend beside you, with you, inside of you, all the time. Grounding all of this into the matrix of the universe and into memories and timelines 1, 2, and 3, and just doing a massive super recode on any other resistance in the field. Keep holding that true choice. Hold on to that true choice. What does it look like to be living in that true choice? What does it feel like? What are some emotions that come up in living this end result? The real you, the real authentic you. What does it just feel like? Does it feel like freedom? Does it feel like relief? Does it feel like joy and anticipation and excitement? Really hold those feelings. How would you present yourself? What would you be wearing? What kind of things would you be doing for yourself and with yourself? With others? If you were the true predominant creative force in your life, if you were creating and treating your body like a temple and creating love in every moment that you could, what would that really feel like? If you were just living your true nature and purpose, if you were just being able to get up, look in the mirror, and just be happy seeing yourself, tagging and treating anything else in the field, and doing a massive change history, just grounding all that in now. Felt a little bit more resistance pop in there. And with that, you can just take a nice receiving breath, come back, and I have one really clear message, and that is that if we think that something has to be different so that we can have it, or if we think that, I can't have health and vitality unless I drop this amount of weight, or I can't look in the mirror and love myself unless things are really different, if I can't have a relationship unless I do this or that. That's truly focusing on what we don't have, and that's going to work against manifestation. So this is to just provide real clarity, to just hold that. And the more you hold that for 68 seconds, that saying some of those affirmations, looking at yourself with love and with adoration, this might be something that you've never really done before. This is we're going to be doing some mirror work over the next 6 weeks. We're going to be doing some fun stuff, really delving in and really diving into some of this self-love. But I want you to just direct your Care Bear stare like you're just pouring poker chips into a certain game. And the only way we're not going to win that game is if we give up and walk away. So keep pouring it in, keep doing it, and decide a few things that you can do this week that are really going to keep yourself on track. And it's really going to help to keep pulling you up, especially when you're feeling those emotions. Today, even tomorrow, it starts to shift. And today's not a sad day. It's just, you may feel emotional. You may just all of a sudden find yourself crying and we won't really know why. So cute. Oh, I love you guys to pieces. All right, I have kept you long enough. I'm going to drop off of Facebook Live here. Just thank you so much, everybody.